Hola, chicos, chicas, amigos, amigas, all that good stuff. And this is Matt with a beer review. This is a special edition of Let's Drink. This is the Cinco de Mayo version. I know I'm recording this on the 4th, but I figured I'd get it out quick. That way, by the time the 5th comes, you already know what you're drinking. So tonight I'm reviewing 6 different Mexican beers. Some I've had, some I haven't. So it's going to be kind of a new experience for me. Some of them at least. Now tonight we're going to be reviewing 6, like I said. And first one, well, I guess I'll just introduce them all first. This is Negro Modelo. This is from Mexico. This is dark beer. And I got the counterpart, the Modelo Especial. This is the lighter version of the Negro Modelo. It's the same people who brew it. They both got the nice fancy gold foil. I've got Dos Equis Amber. And of course I got Dos Equis Lager Especial. Then over here I got Tecate. Never had Tecate, so I'm gonna see what that's all about. It's got kind of like a Nazi German vibe. Like it looks like a German flag. Not the swastika, but like it looks like the thing that they had on their. But never mind. Anyway, and then of course I have the old standby Corona, which I love Corona. Now let's get started. Now I'm gonna be drinking these out of shot glasses. These are shot glasses I got in Mexico a long time ago. You got this one. You got like faces on it right here. And of course you got the old tequila shot glass. Now I'm not drinking tequila, but I thought to make this review more authentic I would drink it out of shot glasses just to kind of have a good time. First one I'm going to try here, I'm just pulling it out of my ass. I'm going to be doing the Dos Equis Amber. Now I'm expecting something dark, of course something amber. And like I said, I'm drinking it out of the shot glass, so right to the top. Oh! I guess I forgot about that. I'm stupid. I'm going to let that sit for a minute while I open up all these fine Mexican beers. I've never had Modelo, so I don't know what it's going to taste like. It's dark beer, so probably something heavy and bitter. So let's see. I'll try and pour this a little more carefully. That way I don't get the overflow. Don't ask me why I'm drinking out of a shot glass. I think it's fun. So anybody who doesn't think it's fun is not fun themselves. And these reviews are supposed to be fun. They're not supposed to be like, oh, you know, so serious. I'm not trying to prove a point here or anything like that. I'm just here to inform and entertain, hopefully. Now, moving on to the Modelo Especial. And this one's a lot lighter than its counterpart. I think these shot glasses are a tad bit bigger. Now, of course, you can't see through it because it's got the crazy guy on it. Well, you know, fill it up as high as I can. Now, since we're halfway through, I'll start drinking. Now, I started with the amber, so I'm going to start drinking from the amber. So, L'chaim. Well, it's not. This isn't L'chaim before, but muchos gracias. How about that? Now, the problem I have with a lot of Mexican beers is that they're very plain beers. These aren't like craft beers. These aren't beers that are going to have a lot of flavor, a lot of bells and whistles. The amber is full-bodied. It's got a good taste to it. It's not bitter at all. It's very smooth beer. Now I believe Dos Equis, trying to think of what exactly they are. This is a lager. So these are lagers. And lagers are usually have a little bit of bitterness to them, like an Anchor Steam or something like that. But this is very smooth, nice smooth beer. I don't like the regular Dos Equis, but that one is actually pretty good. Now this is the Negro Modelo. This is the dark beer. So let's see. Not my favorite. It's got kind of the taste of a rubbing alcohol almost as you're drinking it. So Negro Modelo, I'm sorry, you're not my favorite. Now let's move on to the Modelo Especial. And hopefully this is more special than the regular one, so let's see. Tasty beer, very reminiscent of the Dos Equis Amber. Just it's a very smooth beer, not bitter. To its counterpart, the dark one. I was expecting the darker one to be a little more bitter anyway. Just not that bitter. But this is actually good. It's, you know, reminiscent of a Corona, so to speak. Now let's move on. So 3 beers down, 3 to go. Now I dropped this one a little bit earlier. I'm glad it didn't break, but it did get really fizzy. So yeah, I'll guess all the fizz. Whoa, see, this is bad luck. Dropping this guy. Now this is a Dos Equis Lager Especial. I'm expecting something very similar to the Modelo, so let's see what we got here. Pour that in. I should have been doing this from the beginning. I wouldn't have had that accent with the first Dos Equis. Not a huge Dos Equis fan, but I'm a huge fan of the commercial. The most interesting man in the world, and this is to him. So happy Cinco De Mayo to the most interesting man in the world. Very smooth beer, nice and smooth. Now this is a Pilsner style lager. Not, you know, not bitter at all. Very similar to the amber lager. Good beer. The thing about Mexican beers too is that a lot of them kind of smell a little gamey, I guess you can say. I don't know if it's the brewing techniques or what, but it's like the smell never catches your attention because it just smells like regular beer. Ah, now this is a twist, so twist that off, saves me time. Woo! Man, it's gonna be a little weird. This kind of has the smell of an old shoe. So well, hopefully it tastes better than an old shoe. No. Well, it smells better out of the bottle. So here's Tecate. Just regular beer. Nothing special. It's a cerveza. It's a regular Mexican beer. Like I said, the only thing I like, what's interesting on this thing is if you look here at the scan tag, if you can see it, it's in the shape of the logo, which is kind of cool. That's the one thing I can say that's interesting about the bottle here. What's going to be really interesting is how I'm going to finish all these beers. That's going to be fun. And last but not least, the Corona Extra. I'm doing this one, I guess you could say, naked. I'm not doing don't require no lime in this. Corona. I guess I could say I saved the best for last. And I like Corona. I've never had a problem with it. It's good tasting beer. Just overall good summer beer. Especially now, it's middle of summer or the beginning of summer right now. So can't beat a Corona. And there we go. There's a Corona. My little Mexican man here. Nothing. Corona, yeah, it's very similar to the rest of these beers. But Corona has that extra bite to it. It has a little bitterness to it. It almost has like the kind of innate lime taste in it, like a citrusy taste. I don't know if that's because you're so used to your brain's trained to like drink it with a lime, then automatically associate lime with the Corona. I don't know what it is. So this was beer review. Now I got a few more seconds left, so let's see what I can do with this Corona here. Ugh. Wow. That was intense. So cold and bubbly. Did a number. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the review. This ran a little long. There's 6 beers here. So, happy Cinco de Mayo. Happy Independence to all you my Mexican fans out there. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.